I'd like to now continue with the Shito techniques. From Shizentai, take a strong Sanchin Dachi. Form a correct Shuto as already explained. Once again, pull the thumb right back. Don't let the thumb come in. Hold the fingertips lightly together. As always, be fully aware exactly of which part of the hand you will be striking with. First, Gammeuchi. The technique is similar in some ways to the Chudan Sotouke. The elbow is pulled back strongly and the waki is covered by the hikite. The hikite pulls the arm around. The target is the temple of an imaginary opponent your own size. Let the hand cut across horizontally like a knife. If you are not fully aware of what part of this shuto you should be hitting with, it's possible that you could hit with the fingertips, or the wrist may not be right, or the whole angle could change. As far as possible, be sure the strike travels horizontally at eye height, and the hite retracts and pulls across strongly. As always, know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to, and how you are hitting. Striking the opponent's temple with the shito in a horizontal circular motion, cut through the target, and finish in line with the opposite side of the head, so the inside of the hand is in line with the eye. Next is the Shito Sakotsuchi, the strike to the collarbone. The starting point is the same as the Gammeuchi. This time, though, instead of cutting horizontally, you bring the hand down vertically, like a sword cut. Keep the line vertical. The target is the clavicle or collarbone, the protruding bone from the neck to the shoulder. Strike straight down from on top. As always, the elbow movement is very important. Keep the elbow movement large. If the elbow motion is cramped, it is difficult to bring the entire body into play. So take the elbow in a large motion from the back, over the head, and straight to the front. Keep the shoulder relaxed and the waki closed. Next we have Shito Sakotsu Chikomi. The technique of striking here is so similar to the middle or upper punch, it in fact could be regarded as the same, with the seiken changed to Shito. The target is again the collarbone. As the opponent moves in or attacks, you simultaneously strike the collarbone. There are many possible applications. From the retracted position, the fingertips shoot towards the opponent. Just before impact, the shito snaps out, in the same way that you might use a knife to slice. Take care not to open the waki and keep the shoulder relaxed. As I explained with Seiken Chudan Ski, don't lead out from the elbow. Keep the shoulder relaxed and the waki closed. Strike straight out from the hand, retract from the elbow. Maintain a strong shito and strike out straight with good technique.
動作してください。手刀鎖骨打ち込みです。よし、はい、はい、気合い入れて、よし、はい、はい、3、はい、はい、もう、はい、はい、はい、よし、はい、
Let's now look at Shito Uchi Uchi, inside strike. In this technique, the setup is as if the striking hand is taking hold of the opposite side ear, similar to the Geiran Barai starting position. The strike goes from the inside out. In Kihon, you strike the temple of an imaginary opponent. As the hand retracts, the forward hikite remains where it is, where it may be regarded as a cover against an attack or even a setup to torque the power of the spine. From this position, the strike shoots out simultaneously with the retraction of the hikite. Again, be careful not to elevate the shoulder and open the waki. Some people lift the shoulder in this fashion. Take care to avoid this. Relax the shoulder and close the waki. Strike out with a feeling of dropping the elbow down. As in all shito strikes, the wrist is straight and the back of the hand is not bent upwards. Keep the wrist and hand strong and concentrate the energy in the shito. There are various ways to use the technique, as a block, perhaps hooking the wrist or hooking the opponent's neck. But for the sake of Kihon, regarded as a shito uchi uchi, inside strike, straight to the neck of the opponent. Keep the wrist strong. Shito Hizoichi. The starting point of this technique is the same as Shito Gamuuchi, strike to the temple. In fact, the technique is so like the Gamuuchi, it may be regarded as the same, except it descends downwards into the floating ribs of the opponent. From behind the head, carve a large circle, descend down into the floating ribs. Be sure the wrist is bent strongly to expose the strongest part of the shito knife hand, and pull the elbow in slightly. The shoulder is relaxed, the waki is closed and the elbow is pulled in. Try to feel the power of the whole body behind the technique. If the elbow is raised from tension in the shoulder, you cannot get power or body weight in the technique. So as always, relax and drop the shoulder. Close the waki, keep the elbow down. Aim at the floating ribs, but cut through the target to the opposite hip or leg. As the shito strikes, retract the hikite strongly.
Shito Hizouchi desu.
I'd like to now look at sokugi or kicking techniques, beginning with the maikiage. From the shizentai position, we go into zenkutsudachi. Drop the weight. On the command kamaete, we cut the hands across the body and take the correct zenkutsudachi stance. In that position, we grip the belt strongly so the hands don't come away. In kicking training, we sometimes hold the belt and sometimes have the hands up. If you train with the hands out of the belt all of the time, you may tend to depend on the hands for finding your balance and power, and you could develop bad habits. To prevent this, we relax the shoulders and hold the belt. As you advance in the ranks, or sometimes in kumite, you might find yourself kicking following a punch or immediately following a block. To this end, we train with the hands holding the belt to develop a good habit of using the weight of the body and feeling the correct balance properly without depending on the hands all the time. To this end, we hold the belt and keep the shoulders relaxed. Hold the side of the belt strongly. In Maikyage, the kicking legs, knee and heel are stretched out, and the foot is pushed strongly into Chusoku position. The legs swing straight up the center line. Kick straight up and return the leg straight back. Don't open the leg wide. As far as possible, kick straight up the center line and withdraw the leg along the same line. Don't let the leg come inside or go outside. Also, don't simply elevate the leg like a stretching exercise without any awareness of an opponent. It is a kick, so always, as usual, know what you are hitting with, where you are hitting to, and how you are hitting. You kick with the ball of the foot straight up under the opponent's chin. Always be aware of this. Next is the Uchimawashi-geri. In the dojo, sometimes it is simply known as Uchimawashi. Again, hold the sides of the belt. The decision to hold the sides or the front of the belt depends simply on the line of the leg in the kick. When kicking forward, the hands hold the side of the belt so as not to interfere with the kick. Similarly, the hands hold the front of the belt in the side kicks. With the Uchimawashi, the kick goes up at the front, so we hold the sides of the belt. Except for the Maikyage, kicks in basics are best practiced from Heikodachi. It is sometimes hard for beginners to maintain balance in this position. But if the stance is too wide, then the technique can change somewhat and you will develop bad habits. So as far as possible, practice from Heikodachi and don't open the stance too wide. Now, Uchimawashi-geri. The leg comes up as if to wrap or enfold the body. The leg comes from the inside and draws a large circle. Try to draw as large a circle as possible. The same with the opposite leg. Try to follow exactly the same line. Lift the leg and wrap the body. Try to enwrap your own body. Try to kick in as large a circle as possible in front of the body. It may be used as a block or an attack with the edge of the foot or the heel. There are numerous variations, so be aware of this as you kick. The next technique is Soto Mawashi-geri. This is the opposite to the previous technique, Uchimawashi-geri. This kick comes from the outside in, again drawing a large circle, striking with the heisoku, the middle of the sole of the foot. You may use the technique to block a kick or a punch or slap across the face, in the same way that you might use an open hand. Stand straight in Heikodachi, hands in the side of the belt. From there, kick across, slapping the opponent's face with the sole of the foot. Take care that both the left and right feet kick along the same circle.
外回し蹴りです。はい、よし。はい。はい、気合い入れて。よし。はい。はい。3、4、5、6、よし。よし。
Continuing now with Hizageri, knee kick. Again, hold the side of the belt strongly. From here, kick straight up the center line. Flex the knee strongly and pull the leg in tightly. And hit here with the top of the knee. Point the toes towards the floor. As with all kicks, don't make a noise when you replace the foot on the floor. Replace it with control, quietly. The knee kick also has a number of variations, straight, from the side, or from underneath. But in Kihon training, keep it simple and kick straight up the center line. Lift the knee high and make the movement as large as possible. Relax the shoulders, hold the belt and kick straight up the center line. Keep the hips relaxed. Don't pull them back like this. Be sure to thrust the hips forward and kick high. Next is Kintekigeri, or groin kick. This time we are using the instep, the top of the foot. From Heikodachi, hold the sides of the belt strongly. Use the thrust of the hips and the flex of the knee as you kick. The groin is the target, but the kick should follow through to the height of the belt knot. Don't kick too high though. Kick straight, sharply to the height of the belt, and retract the kicking leg quickly. Keep the technique straight with snap. The kick is going up between two legs, so if the kick comes in at an angle, it can miss the target altogether and hit the thigh. To avoid this, be sure that the kick comes straight. As I mentioned earlier, don't dip the head in the kick. If you allow the supporting leg to bend too much and the head to go up and down, the power is dissipated. Not like this. Be aware of kicking with the instep sharply into the opponent's groin with the whole weight behind it, like this. Kick sharply with snap. Next is Maegeri. In Maegeri, we use the chusoku, the ball of the foot. From Heikodachi, be careful not to point the toes of the supporting foot outwards too much. Keep the feet straight and hold the sides of the belt. Lift the knee high, straight up to the front, along the center line. As the knee comes up, kick the chusoku out with the weight of the whole foot generated through the hips and abdomen. Snap it straight out with the whole body behind the technique. Ensure the kick is pulled back smartly, not dropped to the floor. Kick and retract the foot fully. As I explained earlier on, the correct movement of the elbows affects the quality and power of the techniques of the upper body. In the same way, with kicks, it is the knee that affects the quality of the technique. If the knee is not elevated properly, the foot cannot kick up correctly either. In Kihon, for the sake of the training benefit, always try to kick higher. With Mayageri, try to kick to the head. Maintain good form throughout the technique. Kick high with good technique.
前蹴りです。はい、よし。はい、やるて。よし。はい、3、4、5、
Next, we have Yoko Kiage. Until this point, we have only addressed kicks to the front. We will now look at kicks to an opponent at our side. To this end, hold the belt tightly at the front. From Hekodachi, we will kick up in a similar way to Mai Kiage, except to the side. Whereas with Mai Kiage, use Chusoku, in Yoko Kiage, we use Sokuto, the foot edge. Elevate the leg sharply, kicking up from underneath. Extend the knee and push the edge of the heel out. Kick directly to the side. As you kick, don't let the toes rise up. The heel should protrude up and strike the target. Be very careful of this point. Also, don't let the leg drift to the front. As far as possible, kick straight to the side.
真横に上げるような意識を持って稽古してください。横蹴上げです。はい、よし。はい、気合入れて。よし。はい、3、4、5、よし。
We'll continue now with Yokogeri. Again, hold the belt strongly at the front. Lift the leg straight up into Tsuruashidachi, with the foot next to the knee of the supporting leg. From this position, kick straight to the side, either Chudan, Jodan or Geidan of course, but in Kihon, always aim to stretch up and kick Jodan. Extend the hip into the kick and rotate the supporting leg. Snap the leg out sharply. After the kick, just like the front kick, retract the kicking leg and hips. Some students let the leg fall, but be sure to retract the kick. Don't leave the hips into the technique. Extend the hips fully into the technique, otherwise it just becomes a flick. It is a kick. To kick with power, make a good sokuto, extend the hips into the technique, and kick sharply with the heel.
横蹴りです。はい、よし。はい、気合入れて。よし。 それでは横蹴りの下段、関節蹴りです。
Now we'll look at kansetsu geri.
膝関節を蹴ったりする場合がありますけ
This
ど
kick can attack the knee or even the groin.
狙っていってください。
In general training, though,
蹴り方の要領は
aim the kick at the knee joint. The technique is exactly the same as yokogeri,
つる足立ちになって
only the height is
箇
different.
所を蹴るからといっていい加減にこう足を上げてから始まらないように
Withdraw the foot into tsuruashidachi, fully elevating the knee, even though the kick is aimed low.
腰を返して
Kick sharply down, dropping the hips into the technique.
そして蹴った足は
Retract the foot fully before replacing it on the
下ろして
ground.
から平行立ちに戻るよ
Kick down, pull back, kick down,
膝を引き上げて
and pull back before replacing the foot.
蹴り下ろして返す蹴り下ろして返す
Be aware of this important point.
関節蹴りですはいよしはいはい蹴るてはいはい3 4 5 6 よしよしはい、それでは後ろ蹴りです。後ろ蹴り
Next is ushiro geri. In this kick, you are striking with the heel. So pull the toes back tightly towards the knee and push the heel out strongly. Stand straight and hold the belt at the front once again. Look first, making sure of the target. At the same time, lift the knee in a compact, tight manner. Then extend fully the leg and be sure you return facing the front and stand straight between each of the kicks. Look first and then kick. Make sure of the target and then kick. Elevate the knee fully before extending the leg, not in a lazy way like this. Concentrate on perfect technique, kick out with the heel, retract the leg sharply, and replace it on the floor with control. Mawashi geri. In the roundhouse kick, the knee is elevated high to the side before turning in, so hold the belt at the front again to keep the hands out of the way. Look to the front in heikodachi with good posture. Lift the knee high to the side, and from there, twist to the center. Turn the hips into the kick. To do this, you must maintain good balance and rotate the supporting leg on the ball of the foot. Extend the knee in as you rotate and kick to the center. You can use the ball of the foot, the instep, or the shin. But for beginners, it is best to concentrate on pulling the toes back and using the chusoku, the ball of the foot. Treat each kick separately and return to the correct position every time. In training, always withdraw the leg on the same line as you kicked.
鍵月。さあ、鉄槌。さあ、保険上げ受けから抜き手。さあ、さあ、保険打ち。さあ、配当打ち。さあ、さあ、もろ手突き。さあ、さあ、手刀もろ手受け。さあ、配当受けです。さあ、さあ、にゃっ、さあ、さあ、にゃっ、十字受けです。さあ、さあ、さあ、さあ、すね受け。そう、さあ、よし、そう、さあ、よし、後ろ回し蹴り。さあ、掛け蹴り。そう、よいしょ。かかと落とし蹴り。さあ、よし、よいしょ。
I'd like to now explain the formal breathing techniques. Firstly, normal deep breathing. Basically, inhale as deeply as you can and exhale in the same way. The breath in is important, but so is the breath out. Expel all the air and breathe out fully. The accompanying movement is like this. The palms are up and the arms retract fully as far as possible to open the chest and lungs. On the breath out, the palms turn and push down as though lightly pressing a length of wood down in water. Fill the lungs and concentrate the energy in the lower gut, then breathe out fully. The timing is a 5-5 rhythm. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the technique of deep breathing. I'll now explain Nogare breathing techniques, both omote and ura. As with normal deep breathing, the object is to breathe in and out as deeply as possible. Only the rhythm and movement change. First, omote. You move the arms as though hooking the opponent and pulling them in towards yourself. As the arms withdraw, you breathe in deeply through the nose. On the breath out, turn the palms down and concentrate on relaxing and dropping the arms lightly. The rhythm is 7 to 3. Breathe in
2、3、4、5、6、7
and out.
で1、2、3ぐらいで吐くような形です。
Breathe in slowly and out quickly.
これが
This is omote.
続いて裏ですが、裏は
Next
反対に
is ura.
下から
Breathing
吸
is
い上
the
げるような
opposite.
形で
The hands draw in with the palms up
手のひら
and the
を
breath in is rapid.
素早く吸い込みます。そして
The breath is concentrated at the one point in the lower abdomen
息を止めて
and the body is in a state of tension.
前の相手の
The hands then go out as if to strike the opponent with nukite.
そして突き切ったら
As the strike finishes, the body relaxes, the hands open and fall away as the breath is completed. The rhythm of this technique,
1、2、3で吸い切って
3 in,
止めて集中をして
concentrate the breath
そして
down,
体を解放しながら
relax the body and breathe out to 7.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7ぐらいで吐くような形です。早く吸って
Breathe in sharply, concentrate the mind and tense the body,
体を締めて
then breathe out slowly and release the tension.
逃れの呼吸を
With both omote and ura, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth.
逃れの呼吸の表と裏でした。
I'll now explain the ibuki breathing technique. In ibuki, the breath is drawn in sharply through the nose. Then, with the energy concentrated at the one point in the lower abdomen, and as the body is fully tensed, you breathe out forcefully. As you breathe out, expand the throat. The sound does not so much come from the throat as from the air being forced out from the abdomen, the seika tanden point. The whole body is tensed. The toes grip the ground, the buttocks are squeezed tightly, the hips tensed and the energy concentrated at the tanden. The shoulders drop down and the waki closed. The breath is forced out sharply. From this position, force the breath out sharply. Try to feel the difference between the extremes of expansion and relaxation, tension and concentration in the body. The whole body contracts strongly around the center. Feel this contraction as you breathe the ibuki breath.
これがイブキの呼吸法です。
Let us now look at idogeko, or moving basics. As you are aware, idogeko is the practice of all the basic techniques we have looked at so far with movement across the floor. To this end, we must study the various patterns of footwork. I would like to now look at a number of basic drills and patterns and explain them in depth. Firstly, moving in Zenkutsudachi. It is important to remember that moving forward and back in Zenkutsudachi is in a straight line. You step straight through. There should be no unnecessary motion, especially any up and down movement as you step across the floor. The hips remain on the same plane at all times. Next, remember not to open the knee as you move. Keep the knee pointing straight ahead and the strength of the stance inwards. Also, do not turn the foot and point the toes outwards before moving. The front foot does not move at all until the back foot comes forward. It then turns naturally. The same applies when moving backwards. The front foot withdraws straight back and the back foot turns naturally.
前屈立ちの前後移動です。前屈立ち下段払いよーてー追いつきよしはいさあはい下がりよしはいさあはい上段中段片手で上段中段2本突きよしはいはい はいよしはい3はい、それでは
Let's now look at turning in Zen Kutsudachi.
仕方の解説をいたします。
Firstly, we can check the stance
まず
itself.
前屈立ちの立ち方を確認すると、
It's one shoulder width wide across.
両足の小指から小指までがしっかりと収まるように、平行立ちから
From Heikodachi,
まっ
the
すぐ
leg
に
drives
肩幅
straight
の2倍
back
約
approximately 2 shoulder
腰を引
widths.
いて構えるわけです。前の足は
The front foot faces directly ahead and the back foot has its toes at about 45 degrees.
後ろ足の膝はしっかりと伸ばして、
The back leg is locked straight
膝は深く折るわけ
and
で
the
す。
front leg is bent deeply.
前方から後方への
From this position, let us look at turning 180
意
degrees.
識の移動、また体重の移動、
It is important to maintain awareness, correct distribution of weight and balance when moving.
まず後ろの足を
Firstly, the back leg moves
肩
across.
幅の中にあるわけですから、
The stance is one shoulder width wide, so we must move 2 shoulder widths when turning.
この時にしっかりと中足の位置でしっかりと足の位置を
The
確
foot
認
is
する。
placed deliberately with the chusoku on the floor. At the same time, look behind and sight the opponent. Your awareness also goes to behind.
前方から後方にしっかりと意識の転換がなされるわけです。この位置から体重
From this position, the weight transfers to the opposite leg, and the stance is established as the body turns completely.
受けを伴って
A block is usually completed on the
回る場合
turn.
が多いと思います。しっかりと足を移動して
The foot position is
しっ
established,
かりと
the opponent behind is confirmed visually,
相手を確認して
the body turns, and the weight and balance are established in the
重心
stance.
を定めてバランスよく立ちます。前屈立ちの方向転換の仕方です。はい、それでは
Next is moving in Zen Kutsudachi in Kaiten or Ura.
しっかりと
From the correct stance,
この位置から
we're going to turn 360 degrees.
前進していくわけです。
Firstly, concentrate the weight on the ball of the front foot.
中足に、つま先に意識を集中して若干かかとを上げるような心持ちで、そこを中心に後ろ足ができるだけ
With
中
the
心点に
front foot at the center of the circle, the back leg comes through as close as possible to your front leg
回転した中足
and
が
your center of balance.
足の位置を
The turning
き
foot
ちっと
then establishes the correct position on the ball of the foot and the heel is placed on the floor.
繰り返しですね。
The weight goes to the ball of the
つ
front
ま先
foot.
に意識を置くような形で
The weight goes to the front foot.
できるだ
The
け
back leg
中
comes
心点
through
に
as
近い
close as
ところ
possible
で回して
and the weight settles into the next stance as you spin.
この位置から
From this position, spin with balance and
この
control.
形で回ります。交代も同様
It is also the same in reverse.
つま先に意識を置いて、ここを中心に出た
The weight centers on the ball of the back foot as the body spins in the opposite
出た
direction.
反対側の軌跡をたどっ
The weight
て
goes to the front of the back foot
後ろ足の
as you turn in the
つま
opposite
先を
direction.
中心に
The body spins with balance and control.
全身に対して交代です。
This is the method of turning in kaiten in Zen
全身
Kutsudachi.
交代を行います。逆突き一本ついて、正拳中段逆突き。はい、はい、3、はい、手、よし、はい、3、はい、手、上段突き、中段突き2本、交互の3本突き。よし、よし、はい、はい、3、はい、手、よし、はい、3、はい、手、上段受け、中段外受け、中段内受け、回って下段払い。はい、はい、3、はい、手、よし、はい、3、はい、手、上段受 段系、上段逆突き、中段外受け、中段逆突き、中段内受け、中段逆突き、待って、下段払い、下段逆突き。はい、はい、3、はい、テイ、よし、はい、3、はい、テイ。
Let us now look at moving in Kokutsudachi. Basically, there is no real difference with the movement in Zenkutsudachi. From a good Kokutsudachi, the leg comes straight through. Be sure the leg comes straight through. It is a demanding stance, especially for beginners, but try to stay deep in the stance and avoid any up and down motion. The front foot remains where it is. Keep the body relaxed and pull the knee in and move in a straight line. Maintain a correct stance with 70% of the weight on the back leg and 30% of the weight on the front leg. The body is deep and balanced on the center line. Now I'll describe turning in Kokutsudachi. Stand in a strong right foot forward Kokutsudachi. The weight is properly distributed, 70% on the back leg, 30% on the front leg. The front heel is off the ground. To turn, firstly, we must transfer the weight from the left back leg to the right front leg. At the same time, turn your head and confirm the position of the opponent behind you. The front heel then turns and establishes its correct position. As you look behind, the toes are at 45 degrees. From this position, the heel then goes down and the turn is completed. The stance settles and the left chusoku takes its proper position. Once again, it's the same on the opposite side. The front foot turns as the weight goes forward. Turn, confirm the position of the opponent, settle the weight, and again the front foot takes its proper position.
これがコークス立ちの方向転換の仕方です。コークス立ち、手刀回し受け、よー、てい、えっと、えい、えい、さっ、えい、てい、よし、えい、さっ、えい、てい、手刀回し受け、もろ手突き、えい、えい、さっ、えい、てい、えい、さっ、えい、てい。
Let us now look at moving in Sanchin Dachi. First of all, assume a good Sanchin stance. Like other stances, avoid any up and down movement when you step. Drop the hips and bite in with the toes. As the foot comes through, you draw a half circle on the floor with the tips of the toes. The feet come together, you draw a half circle and establish the correct position of the foot. The same movement applies on the other side. I'll now explain turning in Sanchin Dachi. First of all, assume a strong Sanchin stance with your right foot forward. Let's check the stance. The weight is evenly distributed on the toes and balls of both feet, and the hips are dropped down. The toes of the back foot are in line with the toes of the front foot.
右足のかかとが接するような形、一足違いでこう立つわけです。この位置から前の足を
To turn the front foot, in this case the right foot, moves directly across to the side.
方向転換をいたします。この時に真横に
Be sure it moves directly to the side.
後ろ足は
The back foot simply adjusts naturally into a deep kakeashi dachi.
駆け足立ちのような形になります。ここから
The weight is on the ball of the foot, and the hips turn to face the opposite direction as the stance settles. Again, the front foot moves directly across, and the hips turn to assume the stance.
三鎮立ちの方向転換の仕方です。左三鎮立ち。よー。てい。三鎮立ち宇宙系逆突き。はい。はい。三。四。五。はい。てい。よし。はい。三。四。五。はい。てい。はい、それでは騎馬立ちの
We'll now look at moving in
正
kibadachi.
面に対して45度に
Firstly, assume a 45 degrees kibadachi
この位
position.
置から他の移動と同様に
Like all Ido footwork,
上下の
there is no
動きを
up and down
しない騎馬
motion.
立ちを決めた位置から
The hips remain level with the floor as the foot comes
この
through
時に
straight.
外に開いた膝を
As you move
後ろに
forward,
しっかりと
do not open the knee
方
outwards.
向に
Rather, pull the knee
足をしっかりと向け
inwards
て
as the foot steps through.
移動していきます。交代の時も
It is the same when going backwards. Keep the weight down and the knee in. Don't swing it outwards.
この円を描くような形での前進交代は絶対に避けてください。必ず
There is no circular motion when moving backwards and forwards straight.
特に騎馬立ち
Especially in
の
kibadachi,
移動を
keep
す
the
る場合
weight
は
down
しっかりと
and bring the knee in slightly as the foot steps through.
内側に向けて移動をしていきます。騎馬立ちの前後移動です。はい、それでは今度
We'll now
は
look at turning in kibadachi and
騎馬立ち
shikodachi.
の仕方を説明いたします。
To start with,
しっかりと
assume a 45 degree kibadachi or shikodachi
この位
stance.
置からこの場合の方向転換の仕方は
From this position, the movement is basically the same as that of Zen Kutsudachi, except that where Zen Kutsudachi is 70-30 weight distribution, Kibadachi and Shikodachi has the weight evenly distributed 50-50. Also, the width of the stance, looking from in front, is slightly wider because you're standing at 45 degrees. If you keep aware of these differences, the rest is the same. The movement of the legs and the establishment of the foot position as you turn. The foot moves across smoothly, and you look as you turn. The weight remains on the balls of the feet. Keep the hips low as you turn. しっかりと帰ってきます。これが騎馬立ち、しこ立ちの場合の方向転換の仕方です。45度騎馬立ち肘打ちえいえい3えいてよしえい3えいて1で前屈立ち上段受け上段逆打ち2で前屈立ち外受け中段外受け中段逆打ち3で後屈立ち中段内受け中段逆打ち回って騎馬立ち下段払い下段突きおしはいはい3ていよしはい3てい前屈立ち上段受け後屈立ち外受け騎馬立ち下段払い
前屈立ち内受けの連続動作です。よし、はい、3、てい、よし、はい、3、
Let us now look at moving in Kibadachi or Shikodachi with a full 180-degree turn. Firstly, assume a 90-degree Kibadachi or Shikodachi. We'll be moving forward in 180 degrees. Turning forward 180 degrees. As the back leg comes through, be careful not to draw a circle with the foot. You're moving straight, so be sure the leg comes through straight. The front foot remains as it is. Don't turn the foot first before you move. It remains as it is, and as the back foot comes through, the front foot will then turn naturally of its own accord, and the heel settles as the body weight drops into the stance again. Once again, as the back leg comes through, the front foot will turn naturally and find its proper position as the hips twist into the stance. Next is the technique of stepping behind in the same fashion. First of all, assume a 90-degree Kibadachi, looking to the front. This time we are stepping behind, so we will come through in this fashion. The same as in the forward step through, avoid moving the leg in a large circle. Rather, bring the heel through in a straight line with the ball of the foot on the ground. It is as if you are first moving into Kakeashidachi. When the foot is in the correct position, the weight goes to the ball of the feet and the hips turn. Don't let the hips rise up. The foot comes through straight with the toes sliding across the floor. When the foot is in the correct position, once again, the body turns from the hips. With the weight on the balls of the feet, as far as possible, the leg comes through in a straight line. Transitions through Kakeashidachi and the hips turn into the correct position. Next is the method of sidestepping in a 90-degree Kibadachi or Shikodachi. First of all, assume a 90-degree Kibadachi or Shikodachi. There are two methods of sidestepping in Kibadachi. First is stepping through in front. The second is stepping behind. Step in front, basically into Kakeashidachi, and bring the back leg through, or step behind into Kakeashidachi and follow through. Of course, avoid any up and down motion with the hips. Keep the hips down and watch the opponent at all times. As you step through in front, keep the hips low. Don't bring the hips up as the back foot comes through. Again, stay low as you step through. Cross behind into Kakeashidachi and step through. cross in front, cross behind. The legs remain bent and the hips low through the whole movement. Nowhere do the hips rise. You can take a proper fighting kamae or even a yoi position. But above all, transfer your awareness from side to side as necessary, from the opponent in front of you to the opponent behind. Transfer awareness accordingly.
これが騎馬立ち、四股立ちの際の左右の移動、また方向転換の仕方です。騎馬立ち順突き、えい、えい、3、てい、えい、えい、3、てい。後屈立ち、手刀回し受け、よー、てい、それ、騎馬立ち順突き、騎馬立ち鉄槌、えい、えい、てい、てい、えい、てい。後屈立ち内受けから前屈立ち逆突きの連続動作です。えい、えい、3、てい、えい、えい、3、てい。45度騎馬立ち下段払いから前屈立ち逆突きの連続動作です。えい、えい、3、てい、てい、えい、3、てい。前屈立ち蹴りのよい、てい、前蹴上げ、よし、えい、3、下がり、よし、えい、3、前蹴り、回し蹴り、横蹴り、えい、はい、3、てい、よし、えい、3、てい。後屈立ち、手刀回し受け、よー、構えて、前蹴りから手刀回し受けもろ手突きの連続動作です。えい、えい、3、下がり、よし、えい、3、左足前、騎馬立ち、蹴りのよい、構えて、前交差横蹴り、後ろ交差横蹴り、えい、えい、てい、よし、えい、てい。左足前、騎馬立ち、蹴りのよい、構えて、前交差横蹴りから後ろ蹴りの連続動作です。始め、てい、 当て前屈立ち下段払いよー構えて前蹴り追い突き3てよし3て前屈立ち下段払い逆突きよー構えて回し蹴り逆突き3て3て左45度前蹴り右45度裏剣横蹴り前屈立ち逆突きまでの連続動作です。3て3て左足前組手の構えよー構えて連続5本蹴り始め当て始め当てはい、それでは組手の構えからのステップワークを行います。自然体組手の構えよー待て追い足1 3追い下がり1 3送り足1 3送り下がり1 3踏み足1 3踏み下がり1 3スイッチ交差1 3 4 5 6ありゃ